to coordinate and organize our people. There are no governors who are working. If our governors were working, Nnamdi Kanu will not see a vacuum to fill. That is the problem. We leave the main problem and start talking about, declaring sit at home. Why shouldn't there be sit at home? If people don't want to sit at home, does anybody go to harass them? Even since they made the announcement, people should be going to work. Out of fear, people still sit at home. They have made it known that it's only the day they will take him to court that they will ask people to sit at home. And I tell you, people are gladly sitting at home.
They are not gladly sitting at home. I've sampled a whole lot of opinion. People think that the economy of the Southeast is being battered.
How do we do that? We can afford to lose that to make a point. That's the only way we can make a point now. Because this country has not recognized the contributions of the Igbos in this country. They have not. If not, tell me how the government will be talking about, there's a word they used, to dominate. That he has issued instruction to the military to dominate Anambra State during the election. Do you know what dominate means? Overwhelm, intimidate. That is even more serious than what IPOB is talking about. Because now most people will not be prepared to come out, seeing rows and armored tanks and everything moving around. Because that's the meaning of dominate. We know security is important, but to use the word dominate, which the National Security Advisor re-emphasized. And to start with, we are talking about discrimination. Do you know? The National Security Council just met and took that decision. In that National Security Council, not one human being from the whole of former Eastern region. Not one human being. That is part of what Nnamdi Kanu is talking about. Injustice, lack of inclusion. Not one human being. Because we are not in the...
But Chief Dan,
just a second. We are not in the service, any of the service distance. We're not security advisor. We are not chief of staff. We are nothing. They couldn't even invite... They have two lackeys in the Southeast. They could have called the governor of Imo State to come and tell them, theoretically, what is it that is happening as a basis of their decision taking. So in the National Security Council, where the decision was taken to dominate Anambra election, there was no Igbo man there. Not one. You knew I was, what do you call it? I was kidnapped on the 26th of last month.
Yes.
And held for about 3-4 hours before they released me and took my vehicle and every other thing. And I had courage to ask. I was saying the blood of Jesus. I saw young men carrying brand new AK-47 rifles, intimidating myself and my driver. And I got annoyed. I said, God, I'm above 70. I've lived the better part of my life. And I promise you I'll continue saying the truth until I die. And I asked them, what the hell do you think you're doing? He said, if I talk again, you will kill me. I said, you can't kill me. And the young man stopped his vehicle. I said, you can't kill me because I'm covered with the blood of Jesus. You can't kill me. I said, 50 years ago, I was almost a major in Biafran Army. And he almost wept. Oh God, did you serve in Biafran Army? I said, yes. If we knew this, we wouldn't have taken up this job. The problem is coming from your own environment. If we knew that you helped to save our people, and I almost wept. And they said, nothing will happen to you and your driver. And they dropped us off. About 30 minutes after that, they told us that most of the violence were imported, that they are being paid to go and destroy their own properties from outside, so that they create a problem as Igbos are doing something wrong. Our people have value for life. Igbos have value for life, more than any other tribe in this country. And I make good to say it anywhere. Because anybody who goes around this country investing does not hate this country. There was a time I was in one of your programs doing around from 9 to 10 o'clock. Then my friend Ibrahim Dankwambo was governor of Gombe State. I had a 1-hour program. And I said, can any other tribe tell me which tribe has made any contribution to the development of this country, to the patriotism of this country more than Igbos have done? There's no part of this country you go and you don't see an Igbo man making an investment. Come to the whole of Eastern region, you don't see an Hausa man with one property. I said it on TV. And not one person. The governor called me. The Northern governor summoned an emergency meeting in Kano and discussed my program. I said, you see an Hausa man, he's selling currency at Owerri Road. You don't know when he comes in and when he goes. If you see a Yoruba man, he's about the tailoring service. They won't even buy an empty land. But an Igbo man comes to your place, buys land, develops it, makes sure they build a school. Igbo State Union built a college in Kano in the 50s that everybody was going to school. Is that hatred? Do we hate this country? Why do they hate us so much?
We also see in Nigeria the selective use of counterterrorism laws to attack political opposition. Nigeria, on a daily basis, witnessed the impunity which is so-called Fulani herdsmen extremists who share an ethnic and religious identity with President Buhari and the Fulani elite, which now dominates all key institutions in Nigeria, attack predominantly Christian villages in the Middle Belt. State security forces, which are obligated to protect civilians, are at best indifferent or at worst complicit in the ongoing and sustained attacks. Meanwhile, the government has no qualms about labeling groups agitating for separatism, such as the indigenous people of Biafra or IPOB, as terrorists, and using this label as justification for repression. The fact that there are multiple groups now agitating for dissolution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, especially among the IPOB and Yoruba people, be they Christian or Muslim, lay directly at the feet of the Buhari government, which appears intent upon destroying the balance between the North and South and denying the many ethnic groups that have comprised Nigeria's rich mosaic representation in government. By labeling those with legitimate grievances as terrorists, and while turning a blind eye to those so-called herdsmen who are actually committing terror, the Buhari government is furthering the eventual dissolution of Nigeria. Finally,
Africa's country, it would be all over the news. We see nothing on our news at all. You've got a British citizen in Nnamdi Kanu, who's in court today. He was kidnapped in another Commonwealth country, Kenya. He was tortured for 8 days and then extraordinary rendition back to Nigeria. He's a British citizen. He travelled on a British passport, and yet to this day nobody from the High Commission in Abuja has visited him. Why? Why has nobody from the High Commission in Nigeria, in Abuja, visited the British citizen called Nnamdi Kanu? Why? We talk about Britain being a country of justice and a free spirit. It's totally corrupt. Totally corrupt. And I'll tell you something now, if Nigeria had no resources, you would let Biafra go. You would let Biafra go because you're still getting 30% of all revenue generated in Nigeria comes to the taxman here. What do you think built all these buildings? What have we got in this country? We've got nothing. We've got absolutely nothing. We've got oil that we're robbing off the Scottish. That's why you don't want Scotland to go free. Because of the oil revenue that you're getting. If Biafra is free, it will bankrupt this country, I'm telling you now. And that's why you don't want to know. In May of this year, there were 679 male youths murdered by the military in Biafra land. In a Commonwealth country, you tell me any other Commonwealth country where nearly 700 people are murdered in 40 days and you don't broadcast it. Why? Why can you keep quiet? The atrocities that are happening there would not be allowed in any other country in the world. And yet you accept it because you're corrupt. You are corrupt to the core. And eventually when Biafra gets its freedom, which he will do, whether you people want it or not, then the truth will come out and it will not look favourable on the UK. Because when the UK loses all its interest in Africa, which again it will do because the African countries are sick of being ruled by corrupt people. And the biggest corruption of all is from the UK. No two ways about it. And when the African countries are free, nobody will come to bail out the UK. I'm telling you now, because of everything you've done throughout the world. We say you can't rewrite history. No, you can't. But you can try and change the future. And you have no regard whatsoever for human life. It's as simple as that. You talk about Black Lives Matter. it matters nothing to you whatsoever. In fact, no lives matter to you as long as it doesn't affect the ruling of your resources which you're getting from the African countries. So, but we'll be back here. We'll be back here again, and we'll be back here until you listen and you allow Biafra a referendum and they will be free. God bless. All hail Biafra.